Hey y'all, welcome back to Toolmaster Tuesday. In today's video, we're going to be exploring the Toolmaster Pro in a different capacity than what it was originally designed for. If you're like me, you may have some analog gear that if you sell it, you could probably afford one of these bad boys. The real question is it cost efficient and are you really missing out on anything? So what we're going to do today is I've got my tube amp warming up. We're going to program a pedal board that would be something equivalent to what I would truly use in a hardware setting. We're going to compare some cost benefits and to see if this thing is still worth it. According to my video analytics, about 60% of you who watch these videos aren't subscribed. So if you could help me reach my goals of 15K by the end of 2025, I would greatly appreciate it. Before we jump in today's video, I do want to go ahead and show you the pedal board that I'm planning on building on the Toolmaster Pro. And I'm also going to show you the cost just so we can see what it costs from Sweetwater versus what we get on the Toolmaster Pro. So I'm logged into America's favorite candy store. The first pedal on here is the Silver Klon. If you've seen any of my Toolmaster Pro videos, you know that this is like my always on pedal. I love the Klon in the Toolmaster Pro. For delay, I'm gonna be using the Memory Man. This again is my favorite this is my favorite delay in the Toolmaster Pro. I am a big fan of the cloud reverb on the Toolmaster Pro. I'll show you how I'll dial it in later on in the video. But I'm going to be going into channel 1 on my 65 Deluxe, so it's going to turn off the reverb. That way we can kind of get a little bit more out of this unit. And it'll also be interesting to hear how reverb sounds hitting the amp first. Now I know some of you might be like, well, you should use the 4-cable method and throw it into the effects return. My 65 Deluxe doesn't have that, it's an old amp. For compression, I really wanted to find something that was comparable to the studio compressor on the Toolmaster Pro, but I couldn't really find anything, so without going too crazy, I'm just going to use the Boss compressor that's on the Toolmaster Pro. So you can see that's 109 here. I'm a big fan of Kirk Hammett, I guess. He's taught me a lot about how using a wah. So is Adam Jones. So I'm going to have a wah pedal on here as well. And lately, this has been something that's changed on my pedal board. That's like an always-on thing is a Leslie speaker. Listen, man, rotary stuff is just so dang cool once you really learn to lean into it. Thanks to John Lennon. John Lennon's the one who made this a normal thing for guitar players. Just a fun fact. And then the last big expense is, you know, whenever you're buying all these pedals, you don't just buy the pedals and use them. You gotta have, you know, most of us are gonna buy a pedal board with isolated power and all the patch cables. So it looks like this comes with everything we need. So I just went ahead and thrown this in. So look, if we were to build this simple rig that honest to God doesn't really have that much, it's like we got a good overdrive and drive pedal. We've got a good deluxe or a good memory delay, a good reverb, a good compressor, and a wah, plus this really cool modulation pedal. That brings us out to $17.59. So analog pedals are not cheap. That's what I want you guys to take away from this. And to be honest, like, as someone who started off in professional theater, this would not be enough for me to really cover a gig. I really had a lot more than this. I had to have like a phaser. I just had to have a bunch of different stuff. And it got to a point where when I sold my pedal board, it actually paid for my entire Toolmaster Pro rig and more. You know, I got Toolmaster Pro rig, the FR-FR12, all premium cables, the TMP1 expression pedal. The entire rig was less than my analog pedal board. The stuff is expensive, right? So what's gonna be interesting is in this next few minutes, I'm gonna switch over to where you can hear it. I've got my amp mic'd up with a 57. I'm gonna build this pedal board off camera. And what I really want you to do is come at this with the mindset of, does this replace a pedal board? Does this sound believable enough? Because if it does, here's the cool thing. If you have a tube amp, you can probably sell your pedal board and afford a Toolmaster Pro, which at the time of this recording is on sale for $14.99. And not only do you get a great tool that you can plug into a tube amp, but you also get something that's its own thing with a bunch of amps already on it, and you can use it in the studio for a recording tool. So let me get this thing plugged in, set up, and then you'll be able to hear it direct. All right, so I got everything wired up. Everything's plugged in. I'm using an SM57, recording my 65 Deluxe straight into Ableton. What I figured I would do is just play a little bit and let you hear it for yourself. It sounds really good in the room. I've been jamming while I was getting this set up. Let's do another original groove. I like, well, even the reverb sounds good going in. But I really like being able to run this with the loop pedal. That wasn't something I was expecting. That would be something else I'd have to add to Sweetwater. That would probably add another $300 to be able to do. All right, we're going to do another little lo-fi groove. I'm going to do another loop, and then I'll just mess around with the different effects. You should be able to see both, so. That's all I can say. Woo! So, just my honest to God review, man, that's a great combo. Like, holy smokes, it absolutely does it. And the cool thing is that you've only used like, what, 5 out of the 100 different effects that are on here. So think about how much money that saves just from that standpoint alone. And I just gotta say, as a veteran with tinnitus, freedom is ringing forever right now in my head. Because this tube amp is loud as hell in this room. Y'all probably won't be able to hear that much on your end because of compression and everything else. But I'll just say this, like having my 65 Deluxe pushing the tones coming from the Tonemaster Pro was honest to God sonic bliss. I write a lot of like really chill music and a lot of chill lo-fi kind of stuff. Like think of like lo-fi with neo soul with the elements of math rock, and that's kind of me. And this absolutely gets it done. And I cannot wait to hear how this translates into video, because in the room, it just ate up this whole room, you know? Like everybody in my house, all 3 of my dogs and I, we were just chilling, bro. It was really nice. You know, I was competing for volume a little bit with a looper, and that's something I don't really get with the FRs. It doesn't feel like that. But honest to God, I'd take that trade. 10 out of 10. Holy smokes, man. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, we didn't even add a looper. I didn't even think about it when I was making this video and preparing for this video. That was kind of like an ad hoc thing. I was like, well, I don't want to just play by myself. I need to figure out a way to make it more entertaining. And then on the fly, I was like the looper. I was like, oh, you know, you'd probably have to get like an RC8 from Boss, which is probably an additional 300 bucks. So it's like to replicate this analog pedal board that I'm replicating on the Toolmaster Pro, you know, you're almost $2,000 in the hole when it's all said and done. So yeah, man, I think if some of you guys already have a tube amp that you don't want to get rid of, I just really think a Toolmaster Pro unit is really going to augment your entire setup. But hey, look, if y'all enjoyed the video, please help me out, hit that subscribe button, man. This was a ton of fun to make, and I'm just really excited to see what y'all think about this. Hey man, look, if you're interested in learning how to put all this stuff together, learning how I just went and shopped and knew what pedals to get and everything, I have all of this and so much more taught in a course. My course is called the Guitar Tone Mastery Course. So this works for no matter what gear you have. The fundamentals are the fundamentals. I'm going to teach you how to EQ an amp, how to use compressor, how to put your pedals in order where it actually sounds good. Then I'm going to show you the benefits of different modelers versus tube amps versus multi-effects units. So that way, no matter if you already have gear, you're going to become a master of it. And if you're someone who is in the process of building out your gear, I'm going to save you a ton of money and a ton of time, more importantly. So if you want some more information on that, you'll see links below. I'm also doing a free giveaway, so if you just want the Tone Bible for you to go through and study at your own pace, that is down below as well. And as always, I'm just so grateful for anyone who watches these views, gives them a thumbs up and says, hey man, I'm doing all right today. But I'm grateful you're here, and what a wonderful way to start the week. Looking forward to seeing y'all's comments, and I'll see you in the next video.